Hi everyone, my name's Jordan and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my June TBR. My TBRs are normally kind of loose. I normally get to most of the books, but sometimes I pick up something else. So got a few books on this list that I'm hoping to get to this month. I will say my first two are kind of TBD. They're both arcs that I've gotten from NetGalley that I'm interested in reading, but lately I've been getting more and more excited about reading other books, and I'm trying to just continue on that, just pick up the books that I'm excited to read. So I may not get to these. They come out in June, and I know that I should read them and get a review out for them, but I'm just not feeling it right now. So we'll see if that changes. I may want to pick them up later in the month, but as of now, I'm not sure I'll get to them, but I put them on here just in case. The first one is Fake It Till You Bake It by Jamie Wesley. This is a romance novel about a football player that owns a cupcake shop, I believe, and then someone else. I don't actually remember the whole premise. It seems really cute. I have nothing against it. I just don't know if I will pick it up this month. And the next one is Locklands by Robert Jackson Bennett. This one I'm hesitant for because I didn't love the first two books. This is the third book in I don't remember if there is a series name, but the first book is called Foundry Side and the second one is Shorefall. So this is the third book, and I just didn't love the first two, and I'm confused as to why I requested this arc because I really don't feel much investment in finishing the series. But maybe I will. I don't know. So I don't know if I'll get to this one because I'm assuming it's going to be a big book, and I don't know if I want to commit to a book that I haven't even liked the first two. So we'll see if I get to this one. I probably shouldn't have requested it, but sometimes I'm on NetGalley and my finger slips and I request way too many books. Happens all the time. So we'll see if I read these two. But the rest of this list I do actually really want to read. So next up, I have Harrow the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. This is the second book after Gideon the Ninth. I loved Gideon the Ninth. It is a book that I read first as an audiobook and didn't like it. I didn't understand it. I was so confused. So I reread it as a physical book and really liked it the second time. So I'm very excited to read this. The back literally starts, big blue letters, says, "The necromancers are back and they're gayer than ever." Do you need any more? Do you need anything else to convince you to read it? Because that's all I need. I'm very excited to read this. The cover is just as pretty as the first one. It's kind of big, actually. The first one I read on my Kindle, and so I don't know how big it is. I don't own the first one yet. Let's see. It is 550 pages, so it's a big book. But I am very excited to read it. Gay necromancers, you literally need no more information than that. So check out this series if that sounds fun to you. It's like a sci-fi book, and there's these different planets, and there's basically the first through the ninth houses. And in the ninth house is Harrow Hark Nonagesimus. And there is a woman named Gideon Nav, who basically is kind of like a captive at this ninth house. And Harrow tells her that if she comes with her to the first house to participate in this challenge, that she will grant her freedom. So they go, and then there's this murder mystery that goes on. There's all these challenges. It's dark, it's gruesome, it's heartbreaking, but it's also hilarious. The best part of this book and of Tamsin Muir's writing is how funny the banter is. All of their conversations are so funny. They're so witty. Gideon cracks me up. She's just a blast. Also, I have a D&D character that I just picture Gideon as all the time. She's also a dark, scary, muscular, strong person. So I love this story. I'm very glad I gave it another chance. If you've only read it as an audiobook and thought you didn't like it, maybe try it again as a physical copy because it worked for me. The audiobook was just really hard to follow. I don't think that's the narrator's fault. I think it's just because it's a confusing book and not seeing the words in front of you is kind of difficult when a book is like that. So very excited to read this. I've heard good things. I know the third one comes out this year, I think, but I'm not totally sure. which reminds me I need to go ahead and pre-order that. But there is a third book called Nona the Ninth, and having only read Gideon the Ninth, I don't know who Nona is, so excited for it, but nervous. So gonna hopefully read this month. Next up, I have Bunny by Mona Awad. This is a thriller book, and that is all I know about it. I saw Monique over on Ruby's Digest talking about this recently, and she said it was wild. I will link their channel down below, but I'm normally not into thrillers, but a lot of times in genres I don't normally read, I'll just like check out the audiobook and listen to it at work just to like see if I like it. So I checked this out. We'll see if I like it, I guess. I only know it's a thriller and that it was kind of like mind twisty. She said it was really good though, so I trust their recommendations and hopefully I do like it. Next up, I have Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. This is the second book in her romance series, the first one being It Happened One Summer. I think that's what it's called. I don't remember. I really liked that book though. It was my first and only Tessa Bailey book I've read, I believe. I didn't love the male love interest. I think that he was kind of weird, but I really liked the premise of the book, and I liked that like he wasn't trying to change Piper and stuff. So very excited to read this one. I've also heard mixed reviews about this. I don't remember who exactly it follows. I'm sure it's Piper's sister. I bet that's who it is because like we kind of set that up in the first book. So I'm interested to read this one. I like the setting and I like Piper, so I'm hoping that this follow-up is also very good. This next book was on my May TBR, and I don't think I'm going to get to it this month, but that is The 1619 Project by Nicole Hannah Jones. This is a nonfiction book, trying to read 12 nonfiction books this year, so this is also a nonfiction book. This this is a collection of essays that discuss the importance of what happened in 1619, which is when the first ship full of kidnapped people from Africa arrived and they were enslaved. And this book is a collection of essays talking about the importance of that event and how it has changed American history up until now. It is still changing American history. I'm excited to get to that. I'm nervous for it because it sounds like it's going to be hard to read, but we should be reading books that are hard for us to read. They are sometimes most important. So excited to get to this one. I have it checked out as an audiobook, so hoping I get to it at the beginning of June. Next up, I have Seveneves by Neil Stevenson. This is a sci-fi book that was recommended to me by a family friend. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I know that it is about, what I think it's about is that Earth is dying, so you follow a group of people as they try to leave Earth and live somewhere else. And then I believe we fast forward like 1,000 years or something, or like there's a huge time jump, and then we're with the descendants of those explorers as they try to go back to Earth. That's what I think it's about. I'm very excited to read this. I'm kind of new to sci-fi. I've probably only read maybe like 10 sci-fi books, but most of what I've read I've really liked. I know I really enjoy like hard sci-fis. Like I wanna be in space. I want to learn about space. I like books that talk about like astrophysics and things like that. I'm not as big into sci-fi books that are like set on Earth. I like space and I want to be in space. So when I'm reading a sci-fi book, I want it to like partake in space. My first big sci-fi book I read was To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini, and that one was a space opera that was very scientific, and I learned a lot and it got me really excited about space. And then I read like all these nonfiction books about space, so I'm really excited to read this. I think the cover's cool, so I might buy it. We'll see. I might read it first, see if I like it, and then buy it, which is my normal way about going about book purchases. So excited to read this, hoping I like it. Last up is a book everyone's been talking about, and every time I see a review, I've moved it further and further up my TBR, and I think I'm just gonna read it this month because I'm so excited for it. And that is Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. This is a book that literally says on the cover like high fantasy with low stakes or something like that. It's supposed to just be like a really wholesome, cute book. It's It's very like traditional fantasy. It's got like the D&D races. It's about an orc woman who, what I think it's about is an orc woman who goes like town to town trying to open up coffee shops. And I think it's just supposed to be like a really wholesome book of her like having friends and opening coffee shops, and I'm very excited to read it. I think we all need sometimes like a good palate cleanser, low stakes book, and I think this one is going to fit to that bill perfectly. I'm very excited for it. Everyone's talking about it. Kushika Shore talked about it recently in one of her reading vlogs. I believe Alex recently talked about it on his channel. I'm seeing everyone talking about this book, so definitely check it out. I'll let you guys know how it is because I will for sure be reading it. I'm going to order it from bookshop.org, and yeah. Also, I normally don't talk about this on my channel. I have an affiliate link to bookshop.org. If you go to my link tree on my channel page, you can find my affiliate link, and yeah, so you can go there and see all of my favorite fantasy and romance books and buy them if you would like. But I will be ordering this book from bookshop.org. It is a website that supports local indie bookstores. You can just purchase directly from the site, and it kind of like just gives money to indie bookstores, but you can also search for a specific bookstore and a portion of your purchase will go directly to them. It's a really great website, so check that out. It is important to support your indie bookstores. But anyway, all of that to say, very excited to read Legends and Lattes. I gotta get on this bandwagon because everyone's raving about it. Anyway, that is all of the books I am hoping to get to in June. Please comment down below and let me know what books you're hoping to read next month, or if you've read any of the ones I'm hoping to read this month. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and click the notification bell if you would like to be notified every time I post a video. As always, your support means the world to me, and until next time, thank you guys.